5 more minutes. We'll keep looking for 5 more minutes. After that, it'll be too dark to see him, even if we step on him. And we're going home. Yes? I suppose, the dog agreed reluctantly. But they didn't give it 5 more minutes. While Ash was bent over, peering dutifully among the stalks as best he could without trampling the crop, Patience suddenly stiffened into the point she'd inherited from the better-bred side of her family. "Gabriel!" He looked where she was looking, saw the hawthorns shaking 50 metres up the path, saw a figure detach itself from the deep shadows gathering under the hedge. "Please! Oh, please! Help me!" Ash thought at first it was a child, but it was a young woman, so breathless with exhaustion she could barely get the words out. "Of course," he said quickly, hurrying towards her. "What's happened? What can I do?" Ash had sons, not daughters, so it was not much more than an educated guess that she was 16 or 17 years old. But he didn't need to be an expert to see the stigmata of violence. The flimsy shirt torn at the breast, the cotton skirt at the hem, bloody tracks across her skin from the brambles, one bare foot where she'd lost a red and white trainer. And more than that, the porcelain pallor and vast, stretched eyes, the gasping breath racking her thin chest, the tremors shaking the hands she reached towards him, and the brain lock that stopped her getting out any kind of coherent explanation. He tried to... in there." She darted a terrified glance over her shoulder, as if the culprit might erupt through the hedge at any moment. Ash, glancing too, moved protectively towards her. As he did so, she sank to her torn knees in the grass of the cornfield's headland. Ash knelt beside her. "You're safe now." But it was important to be sure what she was trying to say. "Did someone attack you?" "Yes. He—" She waved a wild arm back at the hedge. "I got away." "Just now?" His questions were upsetting her. "Yes, please. I want to go home." "I'll take you home," Ash promised. "Where do you live?" Again, the unsteady gesture towards the tangle of trees beyond the hedge. "On the other side of the spinney." Highfield Spinney was 1/2 mile across, and dusk was falling. "I'll come with you, or we'll take my car. That's my house," he pointed. "Over there." She was torn. She didn't know this large, shambling man, didn't know if or how far she could trust him. But she did know what lay behind her. "I don't want to go back in there." "Of course not," agreed Ash. "We'll go to my house. My children's nanny will be there. We'll call your parents so they know you're safe, then I'll drive you home. All right?" She took his arm gratefully. "And we'll let the police know what's happened. My name's Gabriel Ash," he added, as an afterthought, "and this is Patience." The girl clung to his arm, too shocked to respond in the usual way until he prompted her. "And you are—" "Rachel Summers," she said then. Her teeth were chattering. A fresh horror crossed her face. "I've lost my phone." Ash would have thought this was the least of her problems, but then he wasn't a teenage girl. He used his to make the few calls that wouldn't wait until he reached home or his shop. He didn't understand how much of a teenage girl's life was bound up in that small parcel of electronics. "We'll use mine." The first flicker of an emotion that wasn't fear canted her thin, dark brows. Regrettably enough, it was irritation. "You know my mother's number?" No." "Me neither. It's in my phone." So he took her to Highfield Road, and while Frankie Kelly, her charges dispatched to bed, was finding a jacket to cover Rachel's torn clothes, Ash was calling the local police. He would have called 999, except that he had Detective Chief Inspector Gorman's number on speed dial. Gorman cut right to the chase. "Are we talking rape here, Gabriel?" "I don't think so. She hasn't given me chapter and verse, and I didn't like to quiz her, but I think she got away before anything much happened. But she's very shocked, and she's torn her clothes and scratched herself pretty badly." "And this just happened?" "She appeared in the field behind my house 10 minutes ago. I don't know how long before that she was attacked." "I'll have the area car do a circuit of the spinney. They might spot his car or him if he's on foot. It's too dark now, but..."